Hi, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're joining us from. Today, we have another office hours webinar for you guys. And today, we're going to be talking about Trustpilot's e-commerce integrations. We have Vita Valeikaitė, who is going to be walking us through today's webinar. She is the product manager for our integrations and has been working on the development of these apps. Just before we get started, I just wanted to let everyone know that we will be taking questions at the end of the webinar. So if you have any questions throughout the webinar that you want to ask Vita, please submit them in the questions tab. You should see a panel just on your right-hand side. You can submit the questions there, and then at the end of the webinar, we'll take you through those questions. So, all right, Vita, I will hand it over to you.
Okay, hi everyone. I hope you can hear me fine, and thank you for the introduction. So my name is Vita, and I'm a product manager for the integrations team here at the Trustpilot, and our team is working hard on creating all the integrations that some of you on the phone are already using or maybe are about to use. So I will start by quickly walking you through what we have prepared for you today. So I will start by a short introduction to Trustpilot's e-commerce integrations. And then I will walk you through with what can you do with these e-commerce integrations. I will then mention what new things we have added and what is coming out soon. And as it was mentioned before, in the end, we will do a live Q&A session. So I really encourage you, if you have any questions, I would be glad to answer them in the end of the webinar. Okay, so Trustpilot's e-commerce integrations. In Trustpilot, we have built e-commerce integrations for the most popular e-commerce apps. And the reason why we did that was that we saw that businesses that are using Trustpilot and are also operating in e-commerce, the amount of these businesses are really increasing. And as you know, this whole industry is growing a lot every year. And we wanted to create a really good experience, a seamless experience for our customers who have their business on one of these e-commerce platforms. So if you are on WooCommerce, Magento 1 or 2, PrestaShop, OpenCart, Shopify, or BigCommerce, we have out-of-box integration for you. And also we have a JavaScript integration that we have released recently, and I will cover that later on in this webinar and let you know more about it. I would also like to mention that, if you don't know this yet, that all of the plugins and integrations for the e-commerce platforms that you can see now on my screen, they are all free and available for everyone. Why is Trustpilot working on building these integrations? So, as I have mentioned before, the amount of customers who are using these platforms and also want to collect Trustpilot reviews, the number of these customers continues to increase. So currently we have more than 10,000 businesses who are using Trustpilot e-commerce integrations. And all of these businesses every month send out more than 1,600,000 invitations to their customers to leave a review. Another reason, of course, is that a lot of customers want to automate this process. So it is very easy to automate if you have integrated using one of the integrations that we have built. And also, once you are already inviting, you can add TrustBox to your website to showcase your reviews, and it is also easy to do so with one of the plugins that we have made. So currently we have more than 3,000 trust boxes that have been added to customers' websites using our e-commerce integrations. So it's very nice to see that customers are actually making use of the integrations that we have built. But let me now get into more detail about the integrations that we have. And I know that some of you on the phone might have been using Trustpilot for a while, and some of you might have joined more recently. So I would like to mention that as we have realized the importance and the growth of e-commerce market, we wanted to create even better experience. So since October in 2018, we have redone the integrations that we had, and we made a second generation e-commerce integration for the following e-commerce platforms. So we have made a new integration for OpenCart, Magento 1, Magento 2, PrestaShop, and WooCommerce. In my screen previously, you have also seen a BigCommerce and Shopify. So I will mention later on in the webinar the work that we are doing for those two, but we have not forgotten them either, and we have a lot of clients who are using Shopify and BigCommerce as well, so we will be bringing new features for them as well. So what is new in these second generation e-commerce integrations? So of course, one of the main features that a lot of our clients are making use of is drag and drop of trust boxes directly into your site. It means that now you don't need a developer to help you add a trust box to your site, and anyone can do it by simply dragging and dropping it. You can also set up and configure your product reviews if you are collecting product reviews, and you can also reset and restore your settings and change them as well in these plugins from the comfort of your e-commerce admin page. And let me get into more detail of that. So I will show you now and talk a little bit about what you can do with these apps and how to set them up and start using them. I would also like to mention that I might be showcasing for a particular e-commerce platform, for example, OpenCart or PrestaShop. But even if you're using a different one, that when you see on my screen, know that they all have the same features and they look almost the same. So you can also make the same changes from whatever platform you're using that we have built an integration for, and we have this second generation integration. So I know that probably a lot of you on the phone have already went through this step, but I just want to make sure that we cover everything for some of our participants who maybe just started using Trustpilot and have not yet done so. So for OpenCart, both versions of Magento, PrestaShop, and WooCommerce, it's really easy to start using Trustpilot. So what you have to do is just go to the Trustpilot business application, log in. You will then see integrations on your left-hand side. You will choose the platform that you are on, and then you just download the plugin, which will be on a zip file. After that, you will return to your e-commerce platform admin page and just upload this plugin. That's it. It's very easy. So I will move on to other things that you can actually do from the plugins. So in e-commerce, the main question that businesses have is, how can I increase my conversion? And the experience that someone has on the e-commerce shop is like a really giant ecosystem. So whatever your clients experience before they make a purchase, after they make your purchase, and everywhere in between, it's all one experience, and it all really matters. So the path to conversion is not just about how many clicks you get when customers are on your site. It's about how to convert them. And various researchers has repeatedly said that 95% of shoppers read online reviews before making a purchase. That's why the first thing that we want to help you with when you start using Trustpilot is how do you immediately get reviews? So there are two ways how you can do that. So once you have downloaded the plugin, that's it. You have already automated your invitation process. You don't need to do anything else. You just download the plugin, upload it, enable it, and that's it. You are already inviting, and you will already start getting reviews from your customers that will help you convert them. And we have seen the proof of this a lot. And however, it might take a while after you have automated for your first purchase to happen and for you getting the first review. So what we recommend, and I would personally recommend to do once you get the e-commerce plugin, is for you to use the past orders functionality that we have a plugin. I would like to repeat that now. I'm like showing it in PrestaShop admin page. But if you are on WooCommerce or Magento, it will look the same. You will have Trustpilot icon here, and then you will see all these tabs. So if you go to the past orders tab, you can choose to invite the customers who have made purchases from your shop in the past. And you can invite your customers up to 6 months back. But I personally would recommend you, and we have seen the best conversion if you choose the 90 days or 3 months back for your past orders. It brings the optimal conversion on how many reviews you get. Of course, you can invite customers from even further back, but that we have seen that the best results are when you go 3 months back. And when you set up this past orders, it can immediately get you some reviews. Another thing that you can do from the plugin directly is to change your invitation settings. So here in the invitations tab, you can choose your sender name, reply to email, the Trustpilot landing page that customers will be taken to. And you can also choose the send delay. I would like to quickly talk to you about the send delay. So it really depends on which part of a journey you want to get the opinion of your customers on. So as I mentioned before, the road to conversion is getting opinion of your clients, but also getting the opinion of the whole journey. So my personal recommendation for you would be experiment with the send delay time. For example, if your business operates in a way that anytime the purchase is made, you have a dedicated service person who reaches out to the customer. In this case, maybe you want to have your send invitation delay after 3 days after the purchase has been made, because at this point your customers has experienced the nice service that you have and you will get more feedback. So my point here is that if you want to get a different kind of opinions, you can of course experiment with the send delay time, and you will find out which delay time provides you with the best insights or the insights that you need at that particular moment. Okay, moving on. For our customers here on the phone who are using product reviews, I would like to mention to you that you can set up product reviews directly from the e-commerce plugins, and you can also configure the settings anytime. So you just have to go to the product reviews tab that you can see here on my screen, and you just enable them by clicking on this little toggle. Another important thing I would like to mention is that you should not forget to set up this queue So for those who are not familiar with what SKU is, so SKU is a stock keeping unit, is just the name of unique identifier that helps you separate one product from another. So for us to successfully be able to create review invitations, please let us know where you are saving your SKU. It might be called something else in different platforms. So when you will click on the drop down, right here in the SKU field, we will point you to some of the fields on your specific e-commerce platform, where once you can choose where you are saving this information. Okay, the last step. So now you have sent invitations to your past customers and you have automated your invitations. It is also very important, and I encourage you to make use of Trustpilot widgets, trust boxes. And as I mentioned before, you can do that very easily and you don't even need the help of a developer to do so. Actually, why don't I just quickly show you how you can do that? So here I have a WooCommerce test shop. It might work slow because this is a staging environment, it's not a real shop, but I just wanted to quickly show you how easily you can add trust boxes and how to customize them as well. So here on the left side, you can see all the trust boxes that are available, and you can also filter them by size or where do we suggest you add them. So you can take a look here. For example, if you're adding a trust box to your header or your footer, we of course suggest that you use a smaller trust box because we want your brand to be most visible on this page. You can also choose different pages where you can add your trust boxes. So here on top in the drop down, you can choose landing page, category page, or product page. If you want to add a specific page, for example, about us, about our business, you can just click on add new page and add a specific URL link where you want to add a trust box, and we will show an actual preview of it here, and you'll be able to add a trust box. So let me just choose a trust box for my header. Let's say this one, a horizontal. You just take it, drag it, choose the element where you want to place it, and drop it. Here it is. It's appearing on your page. If you want to customize it, you can also do it. So let me just add another one, for example, here. Awesome. So if I want to customize it, I can choose the position, I can choose the width and the height of it. I can also move it a little bit in a horizontal or vertical space. Another cool feature that we have here is that if you are experimenting a lot with many trust boxes, and let's say you add a lot of them in your page because you just want to see what looks best, and you make a little bit of a mess here, you don't have to go and delete all these trust boxes one by one. You can just quickly press here on this little icon and choose delete all unpublished trust boxes. So everything that you have on this preview will get deleted. Here you go. Okay, so let me go back to my presentation. And if while listening to me you had any questions that you wanted to ask, as we mentioned in the beginning, just drop us a question and I will take it on at the end. So here are a few examples of our customers who have added trust boxes with this drag and drop feature. So this is racingstickers.com, and they have placed their small trust box here on top above their brand. And also in the previous screen where I was showing you how to add a trust box, When you're customizing it, you can also choose a theme that matches your page. So for example, this page has a darker theme, so you will choose the darker theme trust box and it will automatically be changed to match your theme. Here's another example of our customer who added few trust boxes. So they added in the category page, which is, I think, a very good decision also, because when people start browsing your products, they want to see a confirmation that somebody else have bought them before and they have reviewed them and they liked something or had some comments, but it's just a real human proof that someone has already used your business. Okay, so this is the part about the second generation e-commerce integrations that we have built. But as you have seen, we have built them for the most popular platforms, but we have also some customers who are using, for example, very new or upcoming platforms, or maybe platforms who are just popular in one market but not others, and we have not yet built an integration for. So if you are that kind of customer, but you still want to automate your review invitation, we have an option for you. So we have recently released the JavaScript integration. So if you, for example, have your shop built on Wix Commerce or Shopware in Germany, GoDaddy in US, and you have a developer to spare that can help you set this up, you can go to Trustpilot account, log in, and under integrations, you will see JavaScript integration. So when you click here, get the script, we will provide you with instructions how to implement this, but you will probably still need some assistance of a technical person because you will be needing to change the HTML source code of your website. However, if you're using this, you can still integrate even without out-of-the-box integration that we have built. So what is the team working on currently? And what is coming out soon? We have some new features and some new integrations as well. So as mentioned before, and all the features of drag and drop, product reviews, past order invitations, we are also building second generation apps for BigCommerce and Shopify. And they will be coming out this summer. Another feature that we have is for those customers who are planning to expand their business globally. So if you are planning to expand globally, it is very important to have multi at the core of what you do. So I'm speaking about multi-currency, multi-channel, multi-language. So in Trustpilot, we want to help such businesses who are using this multi-approach. So if you have a store that you have translated into different languages, we want your customers to have a personalized experience. So we will be adding a feature in May that will help you choose the language of your website and the invitation template language that will come out to the customers of the store. So if you have the same store that has been translated to Danish, Finnish, and English, you will be able to map the invitation templates in a certain language for these shops. Another feature is for our customers who are collecting or wish to collect or soon start to collecting product reviews. So as I mentioned before, it is very important to let us know where you are saving your SKU, stock keeping unit, or any other unique identifier. And we know that some of our customers have really a big inventory of products, and maybe some of your products are your main products and others are your side products, and it could take you a while to go and check if all the product data is set up correctly. That is why we will add a SKU scanner. So basically it will be a little button that when you press, we will scan all of the products that you have, and we will check if any of them have a missing data, and then you'll be able to configure it. This feature will also come out in May. So before I move on, I would like to also mention that besides all the new features that we are building, we also have partners who are building integrations with Trustpilot. And let me just quickly show you, if you have not seen it yet, in the Trustpilot business page, if you go to partners, you will be able to see all the apps that have been built by our partners. And if you're using any of them, you can use them together with Trustpilot. So actually, let me just quickly let you know some of the more popular ones that our customers are using. So for example, Loyalty Lion. So loyalty and referral platform called Loyalty Lion. So if you're using Loyalty Lion, you can get more of your customers to leave valuable feedback on Trustpilot by rewarding them with loyalty points they can then use to make repeat purchase on your site. And some of the businesses say that they have seen a 50% increase in their review collection rate when they also used Loyalty Lion. So this is something you can check out. One of our newer integrations built by our partner, it's called Promo. So as you know, marketers are really making use of creating videos to showcase products or to showcase the brands. And I think it really shows good results in driving the conversion. So if you want to make a nice video about your company or your product, you can try out this Promo company that helps you quickly create the video. And if you are also collecting Trustpilot reviews, you can import them very easily with one click into these videos. Yeah, so I hope this was useful. I know it was a lot of information in a short amount of time. So I think now we can just jump into question mode, but I would just like to mention that if you want to start using the e-commerce integrations, you can contact your customer success manager and they help you set it up. And if you have some specific questions or you need any help, you can always check out our support center or reach out to our support team that is always willing to help you. Okay, so now the good part. Any questions?
Thanks, Vita. I just wanted to give everyone a reminder, as Vita said, if you have any questions, feel free to submit them now. I see that we already have a few coming in. So I think we just wanted a clarification. I have a question here from Leslie. I think she just wanted to confirm, is the drag and drop feature for trust boxes available with Shopify?
So it is not available with Shopify yet, but once we release the newest Shopify integration that will come out this summer, it will also be available there. So it's coming out soon, and then definitely it can be used there as well.
Perfect. And another question we have here from Stephen. It says, are you planning to build any new integrations?
Yeah, so as you have seen, we have built a lot of integrations for the e-commerce platforms, but in the future, we might look into other tools that our customers and businesses are using often. And I think the direction that we will look into is the email service providers. For example, MailChimp is very big globally, so we are looking into building integration with them.
Perfect. All right, we have another question from Mark. He says, once the new updates are live in the apps, and I believe he's referring to the 2 updates that you talked about, will they need to re-download the plugin?
Okay, so when we release the new features that I have mentioned, you will need to update the plugin to see them, but it's not that complicated. So what you do, you just delete the old plugin in your e-commerce admin, and then you upload a new one, and that's it.
Perfect. All right, we have another question from Sarah. How many trust boxes should I add to my pages to reach the best result?
So we encourage you to have no more than 2 or 3 trust boxes, but we suggest that you place them in the landing page, a smaller one, so to quickly inform people who visit your website that you are actively collecting reviews with Trustpilot and they recognize the brand. And also don't forget to add trust boxes to your product pages, because once the customers are making a decision if they want to buy from you, it's very reassuring for them to see reviews that other people who have bought from you have left. So this would be my recommendation.
Perfect. All right, we have a question from Chris, and I think we're just over the 30 minutes. I don't want to take up too much of people's time, so I think this will be the last question that we take. And I just want to let everyone know that if you asked a question and we didn't get to you to answer these questions live, we will send you an answer via email. So this last question from Chris, is it possible to have different invitation delay times if I'm sending both service and product invitations?
Okay, so if you want to have a different delay time for your product or service invitations, you can configure that from the Trustpilot business app. So just log into your account and go to the Get Reviews tab in them, and you can configure the delay times there. And if you have integrated with one of the plugins, we will get this information from the Trustpilot business app, and we will apply those separate delays. So yes, it is possible.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Well, I think that's all we have time for, but I just wanted to say thank you again to everyone who's joining us today. We will have another office hours next month, so stay tuned to your invitation to that office hours, and we look forward to seeing you then. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.